Hello everyone, my name is Gushin and you're watching me at Discover Nagpur on Nation Next. What better way to start the day than a perfectly brewed cup of coffee? Today we are in Nagpur's Corridor 7 Coffee Roasters, which is Central India's only firm which roasts green beans to make a perfectly roasted coffee. For this process, Corridor 7 sources green beans directly from Indian coffee farmers. These coffee beans are then shipped to different cafes in the city and pan-India. Hitting international markets, the coffee beans are also exported to countries like Japan and Australia. Today in our episode of Discover Nagpur, we will tell you what exactly happens at Corridor 7 and how it is done.
So the process of roasting coffee is pretty interesting and pretty easy as well, but gets technical at times. So we've got different estates of coffees over here, which basically are from different processing, different coffee estates, all from India itself. And what happens is we make batches of a set quantity, and those green beans then are loaded on this roaster. So this is a 5 kg roaster. Probad is from Germany, and what we do is once the coffee is loaded in the hopper, this roaster is attached to the laptop where actually the roasting is going on, and you'll see a profile that is happening over there, and that profile is basically, let us call it a recipe, but it is a heat graph which we have to keep calculating every 15 seconds and understand how much of the gas, how much of the temperature is to be increased or reduced. Once that is done, once the profile is decided in which profile do you want to roast the coffee in, we start roasting, and it goes inside the drum. There's a gas below, it runs on mechanism of gas, and the amount of heat that it gets at what time or temperature at temperature will make the difference in the coffee. So same coffee roasted in different ways will taste different, but we stick to each estate having one particular profile because of the quality control. So we have the same coffee, same taste, same flavor going on again and again over years. Once that is done, once the profile, the desired temperature and in desired amount of time is achieved, we pull it out through here, and here is where your roasted coffee comes out. Roasting a coffee batch takes around 10 to 12 minutes on an average. Yeah, there are a lot of variables in this roasting, time, temperature, the intensity of temperature, the airflow, so it gets technical as you want it to be. But once the coffees come in the cooling tray, we put it out in the buckets, and these then buckets are kept for degassing because coffee emits CO2, and after the degassing is done, these coffees are then shipped in customized packaging. It's shipped locally to home brewers, to cafes, and also we've been shipping pan India for the past 3 years, and also abroad to Australia and Japan. So as coffee roasters, we have a lot of QC, that is quality control, that happens over here. It is not just about roasting coffees and shipping it out, but at the same time we focus a lot on the quality of the green beans, and of course the quality of the roasted profile as well. So we have invested in a lot of QC equipment such as the moisture meter, a small sample roaster called Ikawa. In this, what happens is, like, we can roast a small batch of coffee to understand the profile and understand the capacity of the coffee.
Please explain me the procedure after you have roasted the coffee beans out there. How do you start with the procedure of cupping?
Okay, so we've got 3 samples over here. What we do in cupping is basically we smell the coffee, we taste the coffee, we analyze the coffee as to what has happened in the profile, what is the potential of the coffee, and how we can work on the coffee profiling. So right now, this is I guess the first time that we're going to be cupping, and so it's going to be a lot of tasting of coffee. We have like 3 samples on the table right now. Each sample has got 2 cups. We need to check how the consistency works out for the coffee. In reality, we do 5 samples. So you just have to add water. Again, this is not brewing. This is cupping. This is more towards the tasting of coffee rather than adding milk, sugar, or as a beverage. So we add the water to the brim and let it sit for like 4 minutes. You let it
necessarily has to be boiling water.
No, usually it should be around 93 degrees Celsius. We recommend not to really use boiling water because boiling water will extract the bitterness in coffee as against the flavors. So
does that kind of spoil the coffee?
I mean, yeah, technically yes, but many people do like the taste of that thing. So right now you can actually smell it. Yeah, just have to like spread this 3 times, alright, and keep smelling that time. Just 3 times, yeah, and dip the spoon in this one, in that one. So now that we have poured water, waited for 4 minutes and smelt it and broke the crust. Now what we are going to do is we have to clean the crust, and by cleaning the crust, we are essentially avoiding the particles to get in our palate. So we just have to keep it very clean. So now we come to the best part, that is the tasting of coffee. So we have to basically, the sound comes because you have to slurp it hard so that the coffee goes at the olfactory glands located at the back of your throat, so that you get more flavor and more understanding of the coffee. So this is how you do it. So there's no mechanism inside that I've put. It is just after a lot of coffees that you cup.
Is this how it should?
Yeah, it should be. Yeah, it should be like this. I mean, don't focus on the sound much, but it even inevitably comes. And the idea over here while we are cupping this is I'm focusing on the flavor, body, acidity, aroma, aftertaste, the balance, and all these things that are coming out. And when we are actually cupping the coffees, we have a scoring sheet which we fill and we understand.
From options in espresso bar to cold brew, Corridor 7 coffee roasters offer well-defined coffee taste to satisfy all your taste buds. So this is me, Gushin, signing off on Discover Nagpur at Nation Next. See you at the next episode. Thank you.
Subscribe to Nation Next YouTube channel and press the bell icon to get regular updates from Nation Next. Also like Nation Next Facebook page and follow us on Instagram and Twitter.